Fala galera, hoje começando aqui o Space of Machine, rapaziada. Bom, esse jogo aqui, pelo que eu vi, tá com as recomendações lá, né? Tá com as opiniões lá muito boa. E eu decidi trazer porque é um jogo bem interessante. Então a gente vai começar ele aqui. Tá tudo em português já aqui, tudo tranquilo. Ele é um game meio pixelizado, né? É uma coisa assim que fala. É a arte mais pixel, né? Esse lado. Então a gente vai começar hoje, né? Então vamos lá. Então iniciar. Esse slot 1 aqui é que eu tava testando, beleza? Então vou deletar. Vamos criar aqui. Ó, este jogo utiliza salvamento automático, decisões são permanentes. Tem isso, né? A gente é um jogo de decisões. Então faça suas escolhas com cautela. Esse jogo também apresenta o caso. Isso é. Podemos que o usuário jogue com prudência. Prudência.
So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nord Sunday, you better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Well, shit.
Bom, vocês já deram ver aí que a gente é uma detetive, né? E esse jogo se passa no futuro, né? Aí, ó, o Space of Machine. É meio que uma pegada... Como fala? Detroit, né? Become Human. Ó, oficina de nerdismo. Então essa é a cena do crime. Bom, aqui a gente pode escolher o que falar. Vamos ver. Calma lá, soldado. Sou agente especial. Olá, sou Vera. O seu superior te informou sobre mim, correto? Então vamos falar isso aqui, ó. Vera England.
Vera England, Central Bureau.
Beleza.
Oh, you're Agent England. Sorry for shouting at you. I'm Gabriel.
O cara ficou já com...
Now brief me, please.
Certainly, ma'am. The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33, stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who's sitting over there by the window.
Got it.
Beleza, então... Aqui, ó, tutorial, a personalidade de Vera. Vera pode desenvolver 3 traços diferentes de sua personalidade. Empatia, empática, assertiva, analítica. As decisões tomadas por você influenciarão as 3. E isso afetará o rumo da história e as ferramentas que serão disponibilizadas. Ao desenvolver um traço de personalidade, os outros sempre se reduzirão. Portanto, pense bem antes de cada decisão. Beleza.
Sorry about the state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
Deixa eu ver, compreendo, mas devo dizer que isso está com desesperados. Eles vão falar assim, não se preocupe, isto é bastante comum. Não, vamos mandar isso aqui.
This entire room should have been evacuated. Staying clear of the body would have decreased the risk of contaminating evidence.
Yeah, maybe we should have established a wider perimeter.
Yes, I would highly advise that for next time.
Got it. I'll strive to do better in the future.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here.
Beleza, a gente tem um ensinamento para ele, né? Essa escolha reforçou o lado analítico de Vera. Haverá situações similares em que você poderá reforçar um traço de personalidade a custo dos outros. Beleza.
So, is this where you use your X-ray vision?
My what?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics.
Vou mandar esse aqui.
Let's just say I'm good at what I do. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. Hush, hush. Got it.
É porque... Beleza, toque para interagir. Porque essa informação parece que é confidencial, né? Parece que os detetives usam algumas paradas... Como fala, velho? Mecânicas, né? Para ajudar eles. Então, vamos aqui analisar nossas coisas. Beleza? A gente pode olhar. Vamos observar os objetos que a gente tem aqui no inventário, beleza? Aqui a gente tem os traços, ó, da nossa personalidade. Beleza? Bom, agora vamos olhar aqui.
My service pistol. It fires conventional projectiles using magnetic propulsion. It's loaded with 600 rounds of compressed alloy ammunition. The
Porra!
battery is the limiting factor, lasting for about 80 shots in quick succession.
Caramba! Ó, anotações. Seu caderno contém 2 seções, anotações e pessoas. Você pode clicar nas setas no canto para alternar entre elas. Beleza. Você pode mostrar objetos no inventário durante os diálogos. Para isso, basta tocar neles. Entendi. Assassinato de Carl. Então foi o Carl que morreu, né? Aqui a gente tem anotações. Pessoas. Carl, Oscarson e o Gabriel, né? Claro. Acho que não dá pra verificar.
Gabriel seems like a straight shooter. A competent, no bullshit cop.
Fala sobre eles.
Carl Oscarson, murdered at age 33. He had a job as a carpenter in the Nordson workshop hall.
Beleza. É importante ver isso aqui
My
primeiro.
picture of Alex. I miss him.
Beleza. Então a gente já fez isso, agora vamos ver aqui o corpo. A gente descobriu um pouco sobre ela, né?
We've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest. I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket.
Opa! Aspectos básicos dos aprimoramentos. No canto inferior direito é possível ver seus aprimoramentos que podem ser ativados e desativados com toque. Experimente com eles para entender como funciona. Tutoriais adicionais surgirão quando necessário. Conforme progrida no jogo, novos... Beleza, entendi. Então os aprimoramentos são esses daqui. São scanner inteligente, ó. Arraste e solte o scanner para movê-lo. Beleza, entendi. Então aqui a gente pode encontrar algumas coisas. Opa! Homem falecido, 32 anos, mais ou menos. Tipo sanguíneo B, hora estimada na morte. Entre 6 horas, DNA e impressões digitais em formato de elementos adicionais à base de dados. Beleza, amostras coletadas pelo scanner são adicionais à base de dados. Elas poderão ser vinculadas ao scanner para efetuar uma pesquisa direcionada. Ao contrário do scanner inteligente, amostras permitem que você detecte pistas em áreas muito contaminadas. Por exemplo, são úteis para detectar uma impressão digital específica em uma sala cheia de impressões. Lembre-se de que, nesse modo, não é possível encontrar novas amostras. Então não se esqueça de usar também o modo scanner. Beleza, entendi. Beleza. Scanner inteligente. Vamos ver aqui. Análise de cal. Dados compatíveis, formato da lâmina. Beleza, padrão. Entendi. Então vamos ver se a gente consegue mais alguma coisa. Eu acho que não, mas é sempre bom, né? Acho que foi nada. Vamos olhar agora aqui. Analisador biométrico. O analisador biométrico trava automaticamente em alvos próximos. Você também pode clicar no ícone de cadeado para fixar o alvo e forçar o analisador a mantê-lo conectado. Entendi. Isso aqui é para detectar se ele fica nervoso ou algo do tipo, né?
Gabriel,
Yeah?
what can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordson, and the commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
Fala com ele
8
aqui.
years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep. Started as a trainee at age 16.
I see.
Bom, galera, esse jogo é bem parado, tá? Então,
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
tenham paciência, cara, que o jogo é bem parado. Não. Beleza. Armário de cal. Beleza, a gente tem algumas coisas aqui já. Vamos mudar aqui. Reforço muscular aumenta sua força durante um período limitado. Interaja com o alvo. Beleza, entendi. Isso aqui é pra gente abrir alguma coisa ou algo. Vamos desativar ele aqui. Ver se tem alguma coisa.
Collapse, basically a glorified corner lamp. There's a coin slot on the side with a coin stuck in it. I can probably pull it out.
Olha aí, ó.
Some extra strength.
A gente pode usar. Ó, consegui. Consegui.
Got the coin.
Vamos olhar aqui a moeda.
It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today.
Vamos olhar aqui a foto que a
It's a
gente
bloody
pegou.
photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant.
Beleza, importante.
A row of personal lockers for the workers here. Not sure which one belongs to Carl.
Então a gente tem que... É bom a gente falar com o amigo dele aqui, né? Vai direto ao ponto, ele não parece confortável em estar aqui. Então algum tempo para consolar o pobre homem, é evidente que ele está afetado. Em primeiro lugar, pergunte... Ah, não, vamos falar aqui.
Hey there. What's your name?
I'm Alfred, Carl's friend. Well, we were friends. Now he's gone.
Are you doing okay? Do you have somebody to talk to after this?
I'll be okay. Please just ask your questions so I can go home.
Beleza. Vamos ver aqui.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early for my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
Beleza. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo olhar como é que ele tá. Ansiedade, ele tá ansioso. Beleza. Isso é esperado, né? O cara encontrou o corpo do amigo, né? Então vamos ver aqui o armário dele.
Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
Yeah, it's number 2. Second from the left.
Okay, I'll check it out. Is there an extra key for it somewhere?
I don't think so. As far as I know, Carl had the only one.
Beleza. Opa. Pronto. Vamos ver se ele fala alguma coisa
Can you
sobre
tell
o
me a
Carl.
little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused this shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Beleza. Não sei se ele vai falar alguma coisa importante do Gabriel, né? Vamos
What's
ver.
your opinion on the policeman over there?
Gabriel is a good man. He's been a cop in Nordsund for quite a while.
Beleza. Então,
That's enough
isso.
questions for now.
Okay.
Pode vazar, irmão. Bom, vamos ver o armário dele, né? É isso, pelo que ele disse. Vamos usar... ela falou, eu pulei sem querer. Vamos usar a força aqui.
Jeez, try.
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open.
Beleza. Eu tô pulando sem querer, cara. Vou me acostumar ainda. Vamos ver o que tem aqui.
There was a piece of paper in one of the inner pockets.
Beleza. Deixa eu ver se
I
tem mais
already
alguma
searched
coisa.
that.
Não tem
The
mais
note
nada.
looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses." A few more questions, if I may?
Deixa eu ver se apareceu mais... Não, mais alguma
That's
coisa.
enough questions.
Okay.
Vamos falar com o Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah?
Pior que não tem nada.
That's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Hi, doofus. It's an old... A row of personal lockers for the work...
Beleza. Tem alguma coisa ainda por aqui? Acho que não, né? Consigo analisar ali? Deixa eu ver. Scanner inteligente. Vamos olhar aqui. Opa. O barro contém traços de vegetação rara. Açafrão. Beleza. Sangue humano tipo B. O DNA é incompatível quando o sujeito é análise. O padrão sugere que trata-se de manchas produzidas...
Post-mortem, huh? That would suggest that he likely only touched the body after death.
Beleza, então o que ele falou não é verdade. Eu não tô suspeitando dele não, viu?
Gabriel,
Yeah?
do you know anything about saffron plants?
I know we grow them here in Nordsund, but I'm not sure exactly where. We have vegetables all over.
Beleza. Essa
Okay,
parte.
that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Vamos ver se ele fala alguma coisa do açafrão.
A few more questions, if I may. Do you know anything about saffron plants?
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordsund, but that's it.
Beleza. Não ajudou muita coisa, né? Mas...
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Isso aqui são coisas que eu já analisei, eu acho, né? Opa. Beleza. Compatíveis. Então esse é o sangue do Cal mesmo, mas aqui não é. Beleza. Vamos tentar achar mais alguma coisa aqui com scanner inteligente. Isso aqui eu já vi. Que eu também já vi. Beleza. Caramba. Deixa eu tentar ver se tem mais alguma coisa. Não. Consigo sair daqui?
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Gotcha. Be right back.
Beleza. A gente tem que sair mesmo, né? Tem mais canto pra revistar. A dele é essa, né? Luz acesa.
Both beds look recently used. Dirty laundry. Smells like machine oil.
Opa, cheirando a óleo.
Clean clothes and sheets. Nothing interesting.
Beleza.
Pens and paper. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Vamos dar uma analisada. Nada. Opa. Impressões digitais. Então, ele... Beleza, então aqui é a cama do Cal, a de baixo, né? Beleza.
Huh. There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct.
Pois é, isso é interessante, né? Mais impressões, beleza. Vamos olhar se tem mais alguma. Eu acho que não. Agora vamos olhar a pegada. Se a gente acha alguma coisa. É, acho que não. Formato da lâmina. Vamos olhar, mas... Isso aqui é... Beleza. Scanner inteligente. Você acha mais alguma coisa, mas nada, né? Beleza.
Hi, Doofus. Hi, Doofus.
Deixa eu olhar aqui as anotações. Não tem mais nada anotado, né? Vou tentar dar mais uma olhada por aqui. Complicado, viu?
Gabriel.
Yeah?
Okay, that's all I need.
Peraí, deixa eu falar com ele.
Gabriel,
Yeah?
I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But it's a bit strange that the person who wrote this couldn't just tell him face to face.
Maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together. Or the note's author needed to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, could be.
Beleza. Vamos falar das pistas, né, com ele.
I don't think he'd be interested in that.
Beleza. Vou falar
Do you
aqui.
know who the woman in this photo is?
Too hard to tell. Sorry.
Beleza,
Okay,
vamos
Very well, Agent.
ver com ele aqui agora.
A few more questions, if I... Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
A moeda.
I don't think he'd be interested in that.
Nada aqui.
Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that old. At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess the guy aged well. Any other questions?
Deixa eu... Tá ansioso ainda. Eu acho que é isso, né? A gente poderia escolher um...
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Deixa eu ver se eu falo pra ele dar namorada.
Gabriel,
Yeah?
do you know who the woman in...
Too hard to tell.
Não, ele já falou quem é.
That's all I need.
Very well, Agent.
Caramba. Consigo
I
mais.
already examined. Not yet. I think the witness knows more than he's letting on. Why don't you tell me about what happened this week?
Okay.
Ele vai contar tudo de novo, né?
That's why I yelled for
Okay.
late last night. Or,
Unusual.
well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evening.
Oh,
No idea. Anyway,
got it.
Beleza.
That's enough questions for now.
okay.
It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today. Both beds look recently used. I've looked there already. I've looked there already. I've looked there already.
Complicado, galera. Beleza, aqui eu já entendi. É o Cal.
I've looked there already.
Pera aí. Deixa eu voltar lá. Achei que ela olhava a planta, mas não. Beleza.
A row of looks pre-collapse. Basically, I'll hold on to it for now. I don't need to know his opinion on that. Are you sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you, old girlfriend from before.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't reckon.
É. Tá falando das mesmas coisas, né?
I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But it's a bit strange.
Maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together.
Yeah, could.
É a mesma... Ele foi falar a mesma coisa, né?
I don't want to share that with him. No reason to show him my sidearm.
É só um teste, né?
I've looked there already.
Cara, eu tô deixando passar alguma coisa, mano. Vamos analisar tudo. Deixa eu ver uma coisa. Podia dar pra analisar cartas, parada, né? Beleza. Ah, tá. Eu não tinha analisado, eu acho. Podia pra dar... Beleza. Vamos nos dormitórios de novo. Cara, já rodei isso, não tem nada.
Sure, I could try to use brute force, but I'd risk damaging what's inside. I don't think extra strength helps there. Sure, I could try to use brute force, but I'd risk damaging what's inside.
Beleza, tem alguma coisa aqui dentro.
No need to do that. No need to do that again. I did that already.
Cara.
A few more questions, if I may. Do you know anything about...
Nope. I know.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Meu Deus, cara.
Gabriel.
Yeah?
Okay, that's all I...
Very well, Agent.
Deixa eu ver uma coisa, se eu consigo sair.
Not yet. I think the witness knows more than he's letting on.
Ela fala isso, né? Então é com a testemunha. Ah, eu não vi uma coisa. Calma aí. Rapidinho, né, então. Escrivania. Duto de ventilação. Será? Com a moeda, olha. Ah, caramba, aí sim, hein?
There was a small key hidden inside the duct.
Agora pra onde é essa chave, velho? Essa é a questão, né? Vamos ver.
Any idea of what this key could open?
Nope, but it looks small. Some kind of drawer, maybe a filing cabinet or something?
Any idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't seen a key like that before.
Deixa eu analisar aí. Se usa ainda. Não consigo analisar a chave.
That combination makes no sense. Not yet.
Tô tentando descobrir pra onde é essa chave. Será que é a escrivaninha?
I don't see any keyholes on this desk.
Não.
I already searched. I've...
Complicado, velho.
A small, unique-looking key. Nah, it's a different type of... I don't see how those things work together.
Nem eu.
That combination makes no sense.
Caramba, velho. Que eu... Não. Eu consigo botar moeda de volta?
Suppose it can't hurt. Stuck again. Go figure. I don't see how those... Got the coin.
Opa. Bom. Eita, que tá complicado, hein, galera. Vamos aí.
A few more... That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Não.
A few more... Any idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't.
I don't need to... Do you know?
Afraid not.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Cara.
That action doesn't seem productive. Both beds...
Faz muito sentido, mano.
Nope. That lock is way larger than this key.
Scanner neles, né? Cara. Opa. Ah, não, é aqui. Ai. Caramba, eu tô igual o Tintin andando pro lado e pro outro. Vamos olhar o scanner. Eu já olhei, mano. Nada aqui.
Suppose it can't hurt. Stuck again. Go figure. That combination makes no... Nah, it's a different... That combination makes no sense. Nah, it's a different type of lock. Not yet. I think the witness knows more than he's... I don't need to write down anything about him. My picture of Alex. It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be...
Caramba, velho. Confesso que fui.
No need. It's already... I've looked there already. I don't think extra strength helps there. I don't see any keyholes on this desk. I don't think extra strength helps there.
Beleza, tira a moeda, né?
Got the coin. I did that already.
Mano, não acha nada, velho. Na moral.
I don't want to shoot that. I don't want to shoot that. Any idea of what...
Nope.
Caramba. Tá foco. Deixa eu ver aqui. Eu acho que essa planta é suspeita. Deixa eu pensar, galera. Vamos voltar pra lá.
A few more questions, if I may. What's your opinion on the policeman over there?
Gabriel is a good man. He's...
Can you tell me a little?
Sure. He used to be... Then, I know...
Huh. What do you think caused the shift?
No
Opa.
idea. Whatever...
Opa, nada, não aconteceu nada. Vamos ver aqui.
Why don't you tell me about what happened?
Okay. I saw Carl lying. That's when I noticed the blood, and I yelled for help. The guys came
Okay. When
late last night.
Vamos ver se ele muda
It was
aqui.
rare for Carl.
Oh,
No idea. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night.
got it. Do you know anything about
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordson, but that's it.
Caramba.
Any idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't seen a key like that before.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
Are you sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you, old girlfriend from before.
Opa. Anomalia detectada, hein? Bora,
Are you
fala.
sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you, old girlfriend from before.
Beleza.
That's enough questions for now. Gabriel,
Yeah?
okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I told you, old girl.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too
Opa.
much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Are you sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you.
E aí? Anomalia detectada. O que eu faço? Calma aí, calma aí. Acho que eu entendi.
Are you sure?
Opa, tá aqui, ó.
You're lying to my face. If this attitude of yours doesn't change, the gloves will come off.
Agora
I'm a
entendi.
patient woman, but I will only accept your full cooperation. I'll do what I need to do to bring justice to a murder victim.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. The lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, was, I suppose.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you.
Beleza. Mulher misteriosa. Ah, pulei, cara. Sem querer, mas é isso.
Hey, I think I'm done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Sounds reasonable. You have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to work.
Very well. I'll let them know.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside. You'll see it.
Got it. See you later.
Boa. Conseguimos. Ela tinha que falar com ele, velho. A gente tem que ficar ligado nisso. E a data desse jogo é meio que um pós-cyberpunk, né?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
Alright, thanks.
Beleza. Eu não posso entrar no museu, né? Quem é isso aqui?
Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
Beleza. Bora lá.
Alright, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Bom, tem muita coisa, né? Eu acho que aqui que é a delegacia, né?
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth. And this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there is some bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me, as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal, since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face-to-face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation. The nanofluid injection.
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
It was like a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Beleza. Delegado Anderson. Stina Root. Beleza, vamos falar com ele.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh?
You have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending half my time arguing with those fools.
One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Beleza. Agora temos a anotação do outro assassinato. A Magia. Magia Strange. Bom.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Beleza. Cela. Aqui é lugar errado, né? Vamos ver. Praça Central. Caramba, é muita coisa. Bom, tem um mapa da cidade aqui, ó.
It's a map of Nordson. Looks like the center of the disc is hollow. Curious.
Vamos no quarto dela.
There's the bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
Opa.
Maybe later. I'm not that hungry. Doesn't appear to be functional. There's not even a switch or anything. No, I'm not tired.
Bom, é só isso, né, que tem. Arquivador.
I already searched that. Looks purely decorative.
Bom, só isso, né, que tem aqui. Vamos lá ver o corpo. Acho que fica aqui, né? Tem uma cruzinha.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great, thanks.
Beleza, bora lá.
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I think most men and women out there are sincere.
Oh, sure. Perhaps I came across as a bit misanthropic. Most of the time, people are just fine.
Glad to hear that. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure. Go right ahead.
Eu tô peso. Beleza? Nossa, tem muita coisa, velho.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Vou perguntar
Do you know
tudo.
where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of expertise.
Beleza, ajudou nada, mas tudo bem. Vou perguntar sobre ela.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks. What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Huh. And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
Beleza. Vamos ver o resto aqui.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks. What do you think of Gabriel?
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him, one way or the other.
Beleza.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Meu Deus.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. definitely on par with our facilities in the city. What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed her.
Beleza, então acho que não tenho mais nada pra perguntar.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Beleza. Deixa eu ver só se eu consigo dar uma analisada aqui. Beleza. Vamos ver aqui, eu acho que não tem nada do tipo. Quero ver o formato da lâmina, se foi o mesmo. Mesmo formato. Bom, acho que foi isso, né?
Before the final embrace with the earth.
Vamos voltar lá pro nosso quarto. Cadê? Aqui, ó. Ok, pessoal, vou finalizar o vídeo por aqui. A gente continua aí no próximo episódio. Valeu? Tamo junto.